Breaking news. Nigerians in shock as President Bola Ahmed Tinubu files motion to block FBI, CIA, other US agencies from releasing confidential files in database. Hello guys, welcome back to Prospect Channels TV. Thank you for always coming out here. If you're just joining us, please kindly subscribe and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. President Bola Tinubu has moved to block records relating to him from being disclosed by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Central Intelligence Agency, and other United States agencies, according to a People's Gazette report. It was reported in September that from October, the FBI would start releasing approximately 2,500 documents relating to President Tinubu in its database. According to the Gazette, Christopher Carmichael, one of the lawyers who represented Mr. Tinubu in the recent controversial academic records case, filed motions to appeal in an ongoing Freedom of Information action brought against the U.S. organizations, where records that may help answer questions about the president's real identity and decades-long endeavors are downslide. The lawyer brought this motion in accordance with Civil Local Rule 83.2c in brackets. People's Gazette report that Mr. Brian A. Carey, who practiced in D.C., said on Mr. Carmichael's behalf, this motion is supported by the declaration of Christopher Carmichael. Is set forth in Mr. Carmichael's declaration is admitted and an active member in good standing. Mr. Carmichael did not respond immediately to a request for comment, and the president's lead lawyer in the United States, Oluwale Afolobi, told the Gazette that he could not comment on the matter until it had formally begun. The lawyers would work to file a thorough argument as soon as possible in order to argue any relief before the October 31st deadline. The FBI had said it was planning to release the record before the end of October to Aaron Greenspan, the proprietor of Plain Sight, a website that pursues anti-corruption and transparency in public service. Several other U.S. institutions, including the U.S., the State Department's Internal Revenue Service, and Drug Enforcement Administration, have all indicated readiness to turn over thousands of pages of records related to Tinubu. President Tinubu recently lost an emergency appeal to the United States District Court for the Northern District of Illinois in Chicago to stop the Chicago State University from releasing its academic records to Atiku Abubakar, his opponent in the 2023 presidential election. In a hearing on Tinubu's emergency application in case number 23 CV 05099, Judge Nancy L. Maldonado overruled President Tinubu's objections to Magistrate Judge Glibert's recommended ruling and therefore adopt the ruling in full. Sahara Reporters reported on September 23rd that Tinubu's appealed against the ruling of Judge Jeffrey T. Glibert sitting at the United States District Court of Illinois, which ordered the Chicago State University to release all relevant records pertaining to him to Nigeria's former Vice President Atiku. Sahara Reporters had reported how the federal court in Chicago, while ruling on the civil case filed by Atiku, granted the applicant's request to the court, stating that the former vice president had been able to sufficiently satisfy the purpose for seeking the records. Tinubu subsequently pleaded with Judge Nelson Maldonado to block all other details, especially the gender and admission records, among others, of the owner of the certificate. Sahara reporters had reported that Atiku brought the case before the court in an effort to establish that Tinubu was not eligible to be Nigerian president despite his election in February 2023, and that he tendered a forged certificate to the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. INEC had declared Tinubu as the winner of the election, saying Atiku of the People's Democratic Party came second and Peter Obi of the Labour Party came third. In the judgment obtained by Sahara reporters, Justice Maldonado ruled, for the foregoing reasons, the court overrules President Tinubu's objections to Magistrate Judge Klibat's recommended ruling and therefore adopt the ruling in full. Mr. Abubakar's application is therefore granted. In light of the pending Supreme Court of Nigeria deadline, represented to the court as October 5, 2023, and based on the Chicago State University's representations, that is ready to comply with the discovery request and produce a witness, the court sets an expedited schedule for completion of discovery. Justice Maldonado therefore directed the Chicago State University to produce all relevant and non-privileged documents in response to the request for production numbers 1 through 4 as narrowed by Judge Klibat and adopted here in Mr. Atiku's subpoena by 12:00 p.m. noon CDT on Monday, October 2nd, 2023. The Rule 30 BC in brackets, the position of the Chicago State Corporate designee must be completed by 5:00 p.m. CDT on Tuesday, October 3rd, 2023. Given the October 5th, 2023 filing deadline before the Supreme Court of Nigeria, the court will not extend or modify these deadlines, she added. The ruling, titled Memorandum, Opinion, and Order, also read, Atiku Abubakar initiated this action pursuant to 28 U.S.C. X 1782, a federal statute that allows a federal district court to order a person or entity within the district to produce document or testimony for use in a foreign legal proceedings. So guys, what's your take on this? As you can see, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu do not want to give up. he has moved to block records relating to him from being disclosed by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Central Intelligence Agency, and other United States agencies, according to People's Gazette reports. And now the question is, if President Bola Ahmed Tinubu knows that he has nothing to hide, so why blocking this move? Let's hear from you guys. Kindly share your thoughts below the comment section.